Hi, my name's Ilma and welcome to my channel. I have been posting Christian blogs 13 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Hosea 7 verses 1 to 7. Here's the word of God. When I would heal Israel, the iniquity of Ephraim is revealed, and the evil deeds of Samaria, for they deal falsely. The thief breaks in and the bandits raid outside. But they do not consider that I remember all their evil. Now their deeds surround them, they are before my face. By their evil they make the king glad, and the princess by their treachery. They are all adulterers. They are like a heated oven, whose baker ceases to stir the fire from the kneading of the dough until it's leavened. On the day of our king, the princess became sick with the heat of wine. He stretched out his hand with mockers. For with hearts like an oven, they approached their intrigue. All night, their anger smolders. In the morning, it blazes like a flaming fire. All of them are hot as an oven, and they devour their rulers. All their kings have fallen, and none of them calls upon me. Hosea 7, 1 to 7. Here's my commentary or insight. God's people have forgotten him. John Gill's introduction to chapter 7 says that it is either a new sermon, a discourse, or a prophecy, or a continuation of the former, except that this time it is only directed to Israel. They are charged with ingratitude to God. They became complacent and expected that what they were doing was going to be tolerated by God. They have forgotten that God hated sin, and they indulged in these immoral acts. The Israelites lived with pagans and embraced their culture. As a result, they learned their ways and brought their superstition and idolatry into the worship of God. They have forgotten what God required them to worship Him in truth and in spirit. They have defiled themselves and are no longer pure and holy to be worthy of worshiping the Lord. As a result of such defilement, they continued seeking their wickedness. They engaged in drunkenness, sexual immorality, theft, corruption, and many other sins. He stretched out his hand with mockers in verse 4 means that, according to Gill's commentary, that the king forgot his dignity by too much familiarity with persons of low life and ill behavior. End quote. Reflection. Why is it important to choose our friends according to Proverbs 22, 24 to 25? Well, it says there that you should choose your friends, because if you don't, if you have corrupt friends, it will also corrupt your character. So that's exactly what happened to the king here. He went down as low as to the mockers and drank with them, and so he acted like them. So there's an idiomatic expression, friends of the same feathers flock together. So in other words, when you are with people who are godly, then your character will be godly. But if you are surrounded by unbelievers and pagans and sinners and wicked people, then you are going to reflect that same thing that their character portrays. So it's important for us to choose to surround ourselves, because God commands us also to stay holy if we are His people, because He is a holy God and He deserves to be worshipped by holy people and undefiled. In James 1:27 it says that pure religion, according to God, is visiting the sick, visiting the the widows and the orphans, and also keeping yourself pure and undefiled by the world. So I encourage you to reflect on these following verses, because it's very easy for us to look at it like it is Israel who's doing it, but in our time today, it's so easy for us to mix our belief and think that we are worshiping God when God has a specific way for us to worship Him. Because He is holy, we have to worship Him, and we have to be pure and holy as we worship Him. If He is a spirit, we have to worship Him in spirit and in truth. So in other words, we don't worship Him just in words or in action, but also our hearts. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ilmaarts.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I could make more videos, give you the Word of God. And if you haven't already, check over 4,000 videos I've done over the years I've been doing this daily. Just type on YouTube or Google search ILMA'S Poem Devotional. Have a wonderful day.